Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, the 23rd of July. Before somebody asks, yes, that's the 23rd of July last year. Hello, everyone. It's taken me that long to edit it. So, basically,
What's up, bitches?
I'm back. And I am on my way to the north. No, still the wrong franchise. I am on my way to Enniskillen in Northern Ireland. And as people who've been following me a long time know that I've been up to Enniskillen several times in an electric car. The last time I was there was late 2018, and that seems like a lifetime ago, and sadly for some it was a lifetime ago. Anyway, the last time I was up there was actually to collect these glasses. And this time I'm also going up there to collect something, and something a little bit different than a pair of glasses. I'm actually going up there to collect a play couch. More on that later. But it has been pretty much about 3.5 years since I've been up there. In the 3.5 years, a lot has changed. In a way, a lot has changed. In a way, not too much. The biggest change for myself at the moment is that the last time I went up there, I was driving my 2014 Renault Zoe with a 22 kilowatt hour battery, meaning that I had to stop 3 times along the way to actually make it back to my house here in Mallow. This time I am driving my Renault Zoe ZE50, and I have a 52 kilowatt hour battery with an estimate range of, at the moment, I think it was showing about 340 kilometers when I left my house. That would, if that was 100% accurate, it would actually be enough to get to Enniskillen, because I think it's a little over 320 kilometers. But my bladder range will not reach that. So I should be able to get to Enniskillen with just one stop, and that will primarily be dictated probably by my bladder. So what I have done is I have planned to stop in Athlone. I reckon I will probably still have in the mid to high 40% battery left. I'll only need to do probably a 10-15 minute stop, as I said, mostly for comfort reasons. I'll want a coffee and a bathroom break, and then we're on our way to Enniskillen. So the play couch I'm collecting is actually thanks to, I don't really like mentioning the word, but thanks to Brexit, buying stuff in the UK is now awkward and expensive. So this play couch was roughly, I think it was close to £400 sterling. And when I first got it shipped to my house, I was expecting import charges, but I think the delivery company did something wrong, because the delivery charges were over €200. Now, that was insane, because if you actually use the revenue website and stuff and you look into how much it should be, it's probably about double what it should be. Now, according to the company, they keep changing the import charges on them, which I don't think is entirely true. I think the delivery companies keep making mistakes. But that's for the company to sort out. In the meantime, I decided, you know what, I am going to get it delivered to Northern Ireland, which doesn't require import charges, and I'm just going to drive up. This entire trip will probably cost me, I'm going to say, about €25 in fuel cost, and these days with the fuel cost crisis, that's a big saving. The actual charges should be close to probably about €120, not €220. But anyway, There's a substantial saving to be had. And I get to go for a lovely drive. So the total drive, when I'm in Enniskillen, it'll be about 320. So the total drive will probably be about 640, 650 kilometers. And that should be absolutely trouble-free. Plan that I have when I'm in Enniskillen is to collect the couch, so do some shopping. I'm hoping to get the car charged whilst I'm doing my shopping, though the last 4 years have not been kind to the Northern Ireland infrastructure due to various political reasons. There was pretty much no maintenance done, and the chargers are now either very broken or, because they are free to use, very much so used up. So I'm not entirely hopeful I'll get the car charged whilst I'm in Enniskillen, but I will try. I will plan on not needing a charge. There is a there is an upgraded charger near Enniskillen, DC fast charger, so I think that'll be my worst case scenario, is that I'll use that. But hopefully the idea is to not have to wait for the car has to wait for me. So first stop around Athlone, a service station there just off the N6. I'm not sure if it's a new station. It's definitely one I haven't visited. It probably is new, considering the last time I was there was 2018. It should have at least one e-cars charger. I think there might be two. And yeah, so we'll see you guys along the road. Weather-wise, it's meant to be about 20 degrees, 21 degrees. Not really windy. There's a small breeze, but not much. It is, however, wet. And I don't think I'll be able to get the nice drone footage that I got the last time I was up there. So we will see you guys on the road. charging. We're in Athlone. As you saw earlier, the actual Kilmartin service station. So there's 2 chargers there, which was the reason that I picked it, other than the fact that it's actually very convenient on the road. There's 2 chargers there. There was a Tesla using the 50 kilowatt DC, and it kind of made me a little suspicious because it's a car that's well capable of charging faster than 50 kilowatt. Yet the 150 kilowatt charger was not in use. So that kind of made me a bit suspicious, but still. So I tried to plug in, tried to start, didn't want to start, tried that twice, went, no. So that was the reason why the Model 3 was using the 50 kilowatt charger. So I went to the old location, as I like to call it. This is the location that I've always used when I came into Athlone. This used to always have the same setup as now, actually, a 22 kilowatt AC and a 50 kilowatt DC charger. And yeah, I'm going to have to use the bathroom. I've been on the road for about 2.5 hours, probably a little bit less. And yeah, I'm going to have a coffee and a bathroom break. I'm going to give this car, I'm currently at 40%. I'm going to try and get to about probably 70. I'm going to get a wiggle on then. So I better get a move on. So far the road has been pretty good. The weather is not the best. It's wet, basically. Thankfully it's not busy, but that's because it was early. And hopefully it'll continue. I'd forgotten what kind of a crap road the road between Nina and Athlone is. Just eh. Anyway. Tea? No, coffee. Coffee, bathroom, and then we'll see where we're at. So just my luck, they were cleaning the coffee maker. I had to settle for something not coffee, but that's okay. We'll manage. So I've been here for about 10 minutes, up to 55% now. I'm going to give it another, yeah, like I said, until about 70%. And I should be able to get going. It is another, how far is it to Enniskillen? I don't want to arrive completely empty, because I do think, like I said, that I think we will have a problem potentially charging there. Let me just figure out how far it is to Enniskillen. So it's another 150 kilometers or so to my destination, which is just outside of Enniskillen. Yeah, I am going to need to charge until about 70%, which is another 15% away, so probably another 10-15 minutes, which gives me time to eat this. Okay, we've been here for 22 minutes. I am going to call it a day. I'm at 65%, and that should do me. Now we're nearing Irvinstown. This is where I'm going to be picking up my cargo, and I'll be picking it up from somebody that long-term viewers might remember from about 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago. I was here with my old Zoe doing a round trip around Ireland as part of the photographic rally, and I met up with Ger in Enniskillen, who also had a black Zoe, and at the moment he still has a Zoe, and I do believe that the Zoe that he currently has is exactly the same as mine. But he was kind enough to take delivery of my parcel, and now I am going to probably not be able to properly meet him as he has to be at work in about half an hour, but we'll hopefully be able to say hello. And then we're going to have to drop the back seats and try and fit two, I'm going to say decent sized boxes. They're not huge, but they're decent size enough. I think they're about 80 centimeters by 80 centimeters by about 50. One of them, and the other one's a slight bit less high. Should all be fine, but I reckon it'll be a wonderfully blocked rear view mirror for the way back. Still got room for the shopping. Right, so I'm here at, well, I think it's the Mary Street car park, and the charge point here is completely dead. Now, there's about, I want to say about a half a dozen charge points around this town, and from what I can gather on the map, there's one of them that actually still has power to it. It's now showing up red. It was fine yesterday. I'm going to drive to it and see what it's like, but the rest of them are all dead. This particular brand of charger, there's no spare parts for it anymore. The one and only DC charger that's, I'm going to say 5 minutes outside of Enniskillen here, had 3 cars at it, 2 cars charging, 1 car queuing. Not a chance. Now, I have 19% battery left. I should have enough to get back to Cavan. There's 1 or 2 22 kilowatt chargers around the area, and I might try them when I'm passing to see if I get lucky, but it's a little bit annoying to actually have an entire country, in essence. I mean, Northern Ireland is a separate country in a way, that's completely lacking behind of any form of electric car charging infrastructure. It's completely just oversubscribed, outdated, no maintenance, no investment, nothing. The charge points are free to use, but that's only helpful if you are actually able to use it. I think worst case scenario that I'm going to see how far it is to Cavan. I might try that. If I have a feeling that that's iffy, I will probably end up going back to the DC charger and just wait. But first I'm going to check out the one and only AC charger that apparently still has power. Oh. What the actual? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay, so this is the one and only charger in, I think there's another one actually. So this is one of the few chargers that still has power going through it, and it's showing error in sockets. Now I've put in, I've got 67 kilometers left. The charger in Athlone is about double that away. I should be able to make it to Cavan. Cavan has a fair few options, and I've just put the route in my sat nav, and it's sort of cycling through all of the available options. Now there's one along the way in Derry Lynn. I might see if that still has a known status in the app. But if not, I'm just going to park at the Asda and do my shopping, and we'll reevaluate, because I will actually need some food. I am absolutely starving. Okay, so we are charging. As you can see, I was a little bit low. So after doing all my shopping in Enniskillen, I'm going to go back in the car. The weather is not exactly good. Another nice Zoe. Okay, so let's have a proper chat. So, let's put you guys here. Right. Okay. So, after doing my shopping in both Asda and the nearby town centre, I had a look at the app, and I noticed that the CCS here on the Irvinstown Road was actually available. So I hightailed it out of the town centre, and by the time I got here, it actually was still free. So we are charging. I was down to 15%. Now, I had enough to get the Cavan, and that wouldn't be too bad. It would be sort of towards where I wanted to go. This is about 5 minutes in the wrong direction. But it is a free charge, as in free as in no money. So I'll take that over one that I have to pay for later on. It also means, though, that I haven't actually had time to have some lunch. So I'm going to go to the nearby petrol station and see if I can scrounge something that resembles food, rather than, and maybe they have a working coffee maker. So I might actually get myself a cup of coffee. Yeah, so all in all, the situation for charging here in Northern Ireland is absolutely horrendous. So the way that the charging is here in Enniskillen is absolutely horrendous, basically. And I am very glad that I'm currently charging. Now, like I said, I don't think I would have been stuck. There was about two or three chargers in Cavan, and I would have had enough to get there, but I would have been in low single digits, like 3-4%. That's a little bit too close for comfort. But we are charging, so I'm going to leave this sit. I'm going to just relax, go to the petrol station, see what they have. There might be like a bistro there or something along that line. I might have a quick Google and see if there's anything in the nearby area, even just a small walk away. Because I do need something a little bit more substantial before I make the long drive back. Okay, so I guess I'm having an Italian chicken wrap. That was pretty much all that they had. It's a relatively normal, what is it, a supermarket, petrol station kind of thing. In the meantime, we are back up to 30%, so I'm going to probably eat my sandwich in peace. If there's someone else waiting, which there currently isn't, I'll move, because I think I will have enough in the next 5 or 10 minutes to get me where I want to be. But whilst the going is good, and the the fuel is free, I'll take it. By the way, birthday present. Was it a Christmas present? Christmas present. Thank you very much. You know who made it. If you made it, you know who you are. So after 35 minutes, I'm at 66%. That'll get me to Athlone. I have better things to be doing with my time, so I'm on my way, and I don't want to take advantage too much of the free nature of this infrastructure. I'm quite sure there's other people who will need to make use of this particular charger. So, time to head out. Okay, we are in Athlone, back where we were, and where I charged this morning, I mean, right next to a wonderful Tesla Model Y, who for some reason decided to use the AC43. Don't particularly get that because there's still a 45-minute overstay fee on it. If he had used the 22 kilowatt charger to my left, there wouldn't be an overstay fee and he would get the exact same amount of speed, unless he doesn't have a Type 2 charging cable. I don't know. Anyway, I'm charging. It is, let's see, now I'm at 29% at the moment. I really would like some food, and I'm trying to avoid fast food, so I'm going to have a little bit of a browse around and see what's nearby in the regular food category. I might have to end up at the KFC behind me, but we'll see. Okay, I have no idea how it's going to be, but there's a Chinese restaurant across the way. We'll give it a try. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's why he's connected for so long. He's been out for an hour and 40 minutes, he's not charging. I am in the meantime charging. 40 minutes into it. So I've got another 5 minutes before my overstay fee is applied. I think I've got more than enough. Let me just check the car. I might take a slightly different route back because basically, whoa. Yeah, I'm at 79%. I might take a different route back because I hate the Midlands roads. I really do. And I've been on the road for quite a long time, and if I can simplify it by taking motorway, I probably should. It also will mean that I don't get delayed in traffic. You know, in motorways, less of it. Now there is a toll. I'll take the toll. I'll take the toll. Right, let's give it another 2 or 3 minutes and disconnect, and we'll be on our way. Okay, I am charging. I'm charging in Shannon Town. Well, there's two reasons. Primarily, is I'm a little short on range because of the longer distance, the geography, and the weather. There was an almighty rainstorm, and my range just plummeted basically, which is fine. Um, I wanted to charge at the fast charger here near the McDonald's because I was thinking I need a coffee as well, which is reason number two that I'm stopping. It's been a long day and I'm tired. So I'm going to try and hunt down that coffee, which I still haven't had. I've been saying coffee for pretty much every single stop and I've never actually had a coffee. So, so if I have to walk to McDonald's in order to actually get my coffee, I'm going to go and get my coffee. I'm going to leave the car sit here for a little bit. I'm only about 10% short at the moment. The next bit from here to my house is there's a lot of downhill, and I think it'll be okay. But I'm going to need to leave it here for 10-15 minutes anyway. So I'm going to go stretch my legs, have a coffee, and come back, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, that was a little more than 10 minutes, and it was a little more than a coffee, but well deserved as far as I'm concerned. It's nice to get a bit of fresh air and stretch my legs though. It's one problem with a longer range electric car. I get very tired on a 700 kilometer day. But I guess that's all part of it. But it's nice to finally get that coffee in, and a little more than just a coffee. Right, let's get back to the car and see where we're at. There she is. She's in safe hands right across the way from the police station. Let's have a peek and see where we're at. We're at 45%, more than enough. You see the way that my range is only 123 kilometers. That kind of plummeted as soon as I went on, well, not as soon as I went on the motorway, but as soon as that rainstorm hit. There's a lot of geography as well, sort of in the Galway-Clare corner. So it just went against me. We've got plenty now to get home, so let's unplug and go. Now, and we are back home. 19% left. It is 10 to 10 in the evening. Okay, that was a long day. I did a total of 713 kilometers, nearly 714 kilometers. That was a long day. Thoughts? It's definitely gotten busier out there, and the infrastructure hasn't really followed suit. It was sufficient. I wasn't really much on a time schedule, so it was sufficient, but still, it's not really where it's supposed to be. Didn't cost me too much of an issue. I'm partly regretting taking the road through the motorway route. It's about 40 kilometers longer, and geography-wise, it is substantially more hillier. So I would have been able to drive straight home if I hadn't gone through the motorway route. But hey, it was worth a try. At least I know in future that as bad as the road through the Midlands is, it is substantially shorter. Well, we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna unload this car. I'm gonna plug the car in. It was a long, tiresome day, but I did have fun. I enjoyed these kind of things immensely, and it's been a long time since I've actually been able to do something like that, so it was good. So I'm going to call it a day. This is it for this episode. If you're still watching, thanks very much. And don't forget to leave a comment if you've got something useful to say. If you don't have something useful to say, don't. And thank you for watching. We'll hopefully see you guys again soon.